Kicking things off today, usually when people inherit land or other types of property, they're obligated to pay inheritance taxes to the county where the inherited property is located. LB 310, which was recently signed into law, will reduce most inheritance taxes beginning in 2023. One notable exemption is any relative to a surviving spouse receiving said inheritance, which has been exempt from taxation for some time now. The latest exemption of the bill, however, focuses on those who are under 22 years of age. According to UNL Agricultural Law expert Dave Aiken, this was a compromising step in the right direction.
Well, there are groups in Nebraska who would like to do away with inheritance tax completely. Not all states levy an inheritance tax. Maybe 50 years ago, most states did. Now we're down to maybe a dozen or so, one of those being Nebraska. And so groups in Nebraska, would say, well, let's just get rid of it. And so this bill was kind of a compromise between don't touch it and get rid of it. And basically, in very general terms, the way it works, the closer your familial relationship is to the person who has died, then the smaller tax you pay. But the further away from that relationship, family relationship that you get, then the inheritance taxes go up.
Normally, when inheriting property in Nebraska, the recipient of the inheritance cannot claim that property until all inheritance taxes are paid in full. That will change slightly when LB 310 goes into effect next year.
The more distant relatives will include aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, their descendants, and their spouses. And currently, their inheritances are exempt up to $15,000. And anything above that is subject to a 13% inheritance tax. But the new law will change that effective January 1st. The exempt amount is increased from $15,000 to $40,000. And the tax rate is reduced from 13% to 11%. Okay, this would be our last category, our third category, and it's basically everybody else. This could be like a neighbor, an employee, a personal friend, anybody like that. They get $10,000 exempt under the current law. And then anything above $10,000 is subject to an 18% inheritance tax. But under the law that takes effect January 1st, the exempt amount is increased from $10,000 to $25,000. And the rate, tax rate for anything over that drops from 18% to 15%. The property is valued at fair market value, and that's how they calculate the inheritance taxes, and it's paid where the property is located. And you typically cannot inherit the property until the inheritance taxes are paid. And the new law modifies this just slightly. It has a new form that has to be filled out again by whoever is settling the estate. Typically, the attorney helping with this, they'll fill out this form, and this form gets filed with the county and I believe also with the state.